So let's dive in together because I want to remind everybody that's here, this is an intermediate session. Does everybody know this is intermediate? Excellent, okay. I see some scared faces already. I ask because when I go through the customer journey and mapping things, it does get a little intense. So I want to make sure everybody's clear. So, is everybody familiar with what is known as a customer journey map? Okay, so the thing about customer journey maps is that for different areas, that's okay, you can leave it up, that's fine, it's cool. Keep everybody awake. For different companies, the maps can look very different. So this is an example of something that you see often: discovery, education, trust, conversion, advocacy. But a company like IKEA made a totally different journey map. So, but it's a great journey map if you look at it. Now, I bring this up because I think the problem is everybody makes this journey map. And what's important and why I wanted the room here to be a mix of retail and wholesale and designers is because every one of you has a different path to your customers. So if you look at this one from IKEA, what I love about it is they talk about the in-store map versus the online map, which is the out-of-store map. And I don't know that enough people really take the time to truly understand. It's fine. I love this. This is great. I feel so loved. Thank you. But really, this is the hardest part, is because when we think about mapping the customer journey, whether you sell to consumers or you sell to businesses, you really need to start to think about what does the map look like for my business, and stop trying to copy everybody else's map, because you really need, and this is the thing I always say, you need to learn to play your own game, right? So I want you guys to think about that, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The customer journey is not a straight line, and this is the most important thing. If you could take away from this, is everybody looks from this from me, and I had a lovely young lady say, well, my boss doesn't want to do digital marketing because he wants a return on investment like that. The problem is that when we look at things today, how many of you smacked a boss next to you, right? Or I love it, thanks. Because the thing is that there is no straight path to purchase. It's really important that you understand that, because you cannot draw a line from the Google ad to the sale in one step. And Google has actually taught us that. If you've seen this, this is a great case study that Google put out calling. They actually followed and mapped four different customers' behaviors. And if you look at this, the maps are very different. Is one person starts on search for one thing, then they go to search, then they go to YouTube. And if you look, the shapes differ as well. We got a troublemaker.
I know.
So, you know, it's really good that I don't get off my game from silly things like this. So if you look at this, you can also see this is another example. And so what I really want you guys to understand is, and what's also is, you know, here's Sarah, and she's 24, and this is Ava, and she's 28, and this is Justin, and he's 19. The point is that every person has a different map. And what we're going to talk about today is identifying those cohorts, is what we call it in data. So this is just an example. I wanted to walk you through Jill's, because what I like about this is it shows us also this concept of the omni-channel. So Jill does 25 searches before she then goes to YouTube on her computer. So if you look, her first 5 searches are on mobile. For those of you who are over here, you may can't see this. And then she goes to YouTube. So, I mean, think about your own behavior. Step away when you're looking for something, business or personal. We search for something. We might go watch a video. We think about something later that makes us think. So now she did 20 more searches on her phone and her computer. And this is all Google's big data being able to map this, because most likely Jill is logged in to her Google account. So this is how Google knows. In case you're wondering, how does Google know? This is how. And then she does 17 more searches later on her computer before she decides to go and visit the Ulta Beauty. So this was obviously specifically a case study, but how many of you guys can probably say your customers are any different?